buildings, scorching more than 350,000 acres. Firefighters continuing to hold the line, putting out these spot fires, and it is a race against time as temperatures continue to rise later this week. The fire now 12% contained, one of more than 100 wildfires burning in the West. President
Okay, here we are. It's a WSJM morning show. Good morning. It's Monday, 7 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's the 29th day of July. Tigers dropped one yesterday, unfortunately. Where's my mouse? I think it was 5-0, right? Did you watch any baseball this weekend?
No, I did not watch any baseball. I was miniature golfing.
Oh, that's right. You were taking your son-in-law out so you could fool him into not suspecting there was a surprise birthday party. Tigers. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
So we going in the 17th hole. I was up 6 strokes.
Wow. Okay.
And I got a 13.
Did you win?
He got a 7. We were tied going in the 18th hole. I got a 13. It was a tough hole.
You got a 13 on one hole?
My daughter got 11, and Noah got a 7. That's because he went last and saw.
Was there a water hazard?
No, it was like you had to hit through a tube.
Wasn't even a water
had a
hazard.
lip that went uphill, and you didn't know
all
that.
Right, we've got to do the news here.
Oh, my bad.
No, that's all right.
I lost.
Tigers lost. Bret lost. Tigers lost. Minnesota Twins yesterday, 5-0. They host the Cleveland Guardians today. The first pitch is set for 6:40 p.m. tonight. You can hear it right here on WSJM, and we'll be back with more in just a minute on the WSJM Morning Show. Good morning.
Garlic, vitamins, and minerals. And it's odor-free. I'm taking charge with Garlic Healthy Blood Pressure Formula.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
Don't let spring allergies make you miserable. Try the quick, drug-free solution trusted by over 4 million people. Navage. Only Navage uses suction to flush out your sinuses using refreshing saline, helping you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. And here's even better news. Navage is now available at your local Sam's Club in a great new value pack. It's everything you need to start breathing better fast. Check out Navage at your local Sam's Club today. Navage, Navage. Breathe easy.
From the Pat Moody Studios, this is News Talk Sports 94.9. WSJM FM Benton Harbor, St. Joseph. Depend on us. WSJM News Now. Team coverage from the WSJM Newsroom on News Talk Sports 94.9 WSJM.
All right, here it is. Here we are. That one, do that one. See, you got me behind track, behind schedule. I think we're okay now. Hey, good morning. It's Monday, July 29th. Good morning, Bret. Doing all right over there?
I'm doing good. Looking at baseball standings.
Forecast for today, partly sunny skies, 50% chance of showers or storms today. The high is going to be around 82. We're currently at 70 degrees. And we're going to get winds out of the south, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight's forecast, mostly cloudy skies, a 60% chance of showers and storms. We were looking at the radar a second ago. Big old monster patch of rain heading through Illinois, heading toward Chicago. Maybe we'll get some of that. But again, mostly cloudy skies expected tonight, a low overnight around 70. So that tells me we're still going to be muggy. And then tomorrow's forecast, partly sunny skies, a 30% chance of showers and storms, and a high around 88 degrees. So it's going to get warmer as we go into the week. The news that we're following today from the WSJM Newsroom, City of Benton Harbor may have found a location for some outdoor fitness equipment that it purchased back in 2021, 3 years ago. They still haven't used it. They bought it. They've stored it. They still haven't used it. It's they used about $50,000 in grants from National Fitness, Whirlpool, and Corewell Health to help the city purchase the Priority Health Fitness Court that would enable users to do strength training outdoors with their own body weight. So they wouldn't have to do the weight type systems. They just use your own body weight. Natural resistance. However, city manager Alex Little told City Parks and Recreation Committee that a location for the equipment has been very elusive.
Initially, the plan was to put it in City Center Park across the street, but it was later decided that with the monument going in there and other things, that would not be the best place for it.
Little said the equipment has been sitting in storage at 200 Pawpaw Avenue for all those years. After some digging around, he finally has identified property just across the street from the Dwight P. Mitchell City Center Park on the north side of Main Street that would be, he says, ideal for the fitness court. The site is owned by Chris Cook's company, ARP Global Holdings. Cook has agreed to lease the parcel to the city for $100 per year.
Good deal.
That seems very generous of him. The committee agreed to recommend the proposed site to the full Benton Harbor City Commission, so we'll be looking for an update on that soon.
What are they doing with the building on Pawpaw Avenue?
Which one, Brett?
The city. The city.
We're in the middle of a newscast here.
Oh, my bad.
That's all right. You can be curious. It's good. It's good to be curious.
I'm just wondering what they do.
South Haven is gearing up for its upcoming Salute the Veterans Boat Parade. On the weekend of August 16, a dinner, a fishing event, and a parade will pay tribute and celebrate disabled veterans from around the county. Event organizer Bruce Thatcher said the event has grown over the years and reaching people all the way to Connecticut.
We have grown to the point we are now taking about 75 veterans, 65 from Operation Injured Soldier, 10 from the VA clinic. We'll take them out fishing early in the morning. They're coming from around the state. Matter of fact, there's one coming from Florida and one coming from, I think, Connecticut.
At noon on Saturday, the 17th, veterans will enjoy both a fishing experience and the boat parade along the Black River in South Haven. During the parade, the South Haven High School Band will perform, in addition to the American Legion Honor Guard's 21-gun salute presentation and a special flyover.
Everybody in town looks forward to the flyover because at the end of it, they do a missing man formation, very symbolic.
Organizers say the community is welcome to attend and participate in the parade. For more information, you can see the story on our website, WSJM.com. Any questions there?
Sounds good.
Questions about South Haven in general? History of veterans, wars they fought? All right. There's a new poll of Michigan voters about the race for president. You can weigh in on this one, too. Richard Chuba with the Glengarriff Group, which conducted the poll, says it shows some change since President Biden dropped out of the race.
What we found is Michigan is now facing a race that is dead even. We have Harris and Trump tied, and we have Robert F. Kennedy pulling in 10%, and he's playing an unusual factor with independent voters right now.
Chuba says among male voters, Trump has a lead of 50% to 35% over Harris. 8% goes to Kennedy, but a majority of the women polled back Harris over Trump by a margin of 47 to 33%. He said an overall 11% said they were backing Kennedy. What do you think? Is this last? Is this a honeymoon bump? What's going on?
Well, I think there's a honeymoon bump, of course.
What do you mean you got 10% going to Kennedy?
Well, Kennedy's got an appeal to, I think, voters on some voters in the Republican and Democratic Party.
Yeah, it's amazing. You know, if you were to ask me what his message is right now, I don't know that I could articulate it.
No, I think a lot of it was
it's just an alternative. Well, I mean, there's that. Yeah,
I think that's
it.
A lot of it. I mean, him and Trump, I thought, met at the Republican convention.
Yeah, I wondered with some of that outreach if he was going to be part of the mix, but apparently not with the vice president. You know, maybe he was asked and answered. Who knows?
Well, I had heard originally he was asked to be the vice president.
Yeah. One last story. The Center for Growth and Independence held its 37th annual softball fundraiser event this past weekend. Companies and businesses from across Southwest Michigan participated to benefit the cause, including Midwest Family Without Bret. Executive Director Tammy Gould says the event is a great hit, so to speak, and she's happy that companies do what they can to help support what they do.
Means so much to us. We have the businesses in the community. They're big supporters of us, and we definitely couldn't do this without them. Some employers help employ our clients. Some sponsor our teams, sponsor our events, or just donate.
Gould says the nonprofit helps about 150 people weekly locally. Their program includes community living, supported employment, and respite care.
One program, we help them to find jobs in the community and then help them maintain their job in the community. Another program is we help them to live in their own apartments. So we might help them to grocery shop or do budgeting or cleaning apartments, cooking. Another program is respite that relieves the primary caregiver.
The center's next fundraiser is August 15th. It'll happen at Papa Vino's. You can contact the Center for Growth and Independence for more information. And that's a look at some of the local news that we're covering from the WSJM newsroom. It's 7:10. We've got sports coming up. Also, the latest from Michigan News Network later on this hour. Whole lot more. It's right here on the WSJM Morning Show.
In Major League Baseball, Bailey Ober allowed just one hit in 8 scoreless innings as the Minnesota Twins beat Detroit.
Do that. All right. What were you asking? I don't even remember what you were asking.
So how many innings did you play?
Oh, I did one play. One play. I didn't even play a full inning. I played one play.
And then you left.
No, I stayed for most of the game. Yeah.
But not all the way to
Were you there at all?
I wasn't asked.
Oh, you get our emails, right?
No.
All staff emails?
No.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
good.
I'll check that. I mean, I remember
I'm
asking you about it last week, but
I'm good.
Because we talked about it last week, right?
I'm good. I don't need all those
Didn't we
emails.
talk about it last week?
We
you and I?
talked about it Friday.
Okay. All right. And you said you were going to go play buddy basketball.
Yeah, I'm not on the all staff emails, and I'm good with that.
And would you have played if you were asked?
You'll never know.
No, I asked you on Friday, and you said no because
no, but you're not the
you
manager.
said no because
you're not the manager.
It's got to be a formal gold engraved invitation.
It wasn't for you. To
Tell us why you
people.
don't like that game.
I'd rather just play a real game. So when we played before, we paid them in advance to allow us to play a real game. We still raised a lot. We probably end up raising more money than the other games because we just paid it off to let us play normal.
The truth is, Bret doesn't want to, if it's not a real competition, if the gladiators are not unleashed with real lions, with real teeth, we're not going to play.
Nope. We played the Moose Lodge for about 20 years.
Bill says good morning. Good morning, Bill. John says top of the morning to you. So top of the morning.
Is he British?
Well, maybe he is. I mean, John Hawkins. That sounds very strong in the British area.
Yeah, I think so.
There you go. All right. What do we have talking about? Let's see. Do you have anything over there?
Nope.
There was a golf ball that hit a helicopter that was spraying for mosquitoes. Yeah, that
would be a low flying helicopter.
Well, you got to spray for mosquitoes. Let's see. This was over in Minnesota. There, I got to make sure we're watching the time here. All right. A Metropolitan Mosquito Control District helicopter that was spraying for mosquitoes in Minnesota, Anoka County, allegedly struck by a golf ball when it was spraying around a golf club there in Oak Grove on Friday. The Anoka County Sheriff's Office says it's investigating the incident. What's there to investigate? They're spraying around a golf course, and they got hit by a golf ball.
Wasn't intentional. Is he trying to hit them like you do out the driving range?
Oh, okay.
Maybe they told him, hey, when you see the helicopter, don't swing.
I don't know. I mean, if you see a helicopter, you shouldn't be hitting at it.
I would think not.
That'd be a silly thing to do. The golf ball allegedly struck and slightly damaged the helicopter that was under contract by the mosquito control folks. The pilot was able to safely return and land the helicopter, and no reports of any injuries. The mosquito control department uses low-flying helicopters to apply a product containing a natural soil bacterium, which is a mosquito growth regulator. They apply it to wetlands and large areas of standing water. You know what happened? I bet what happened is somebody got mad that the helicopter was there while they were trying to do their golf.
Very well could be the case.
That's probably what happened.
Mosquitoes haven't seemed to be that bad this year.
They have not.
Considering how wet it is.
Yeah, it's very odd. I'm okay with that, though.
No, I am too. But, it seems like some years it's just a battle from start to finish.
Agree. Yeah, in 2016, they were using a Bell 47 helicopter. It was under contract by that same group, and it exploded after it crashed into a detached garage in the area, and the pilot died at the scene. So they're very sensitive about what happens to their helicopters.
Well, I would say so. That's horrible.
That is horrible. I mean, anytime you've got a helicopter and low flying, that is a recipe for extreme caution.
Yeah.
Because helicopters in general, they're tough to fly. You got a lot of things to think about.
I would think so, yeah. I always feel bad when I hear the one coming to the hospital.
Yeah. You probably hear that I heard it twice this weekend, at
Yeah,
least twice this weekend.
It's not good news.
Well, it's good news because somebody's getting treatment, Brett. Somebody's getting life-saving treatment. That's
Well,
good.
but that's
If we didn't have the helicopter, that'd be bad. All right. Got to look on the bright side.
sure.
Come on up. All right.
Always feel bad.
It's 7:15. We've got more to talk about. It's a WSJM morning show. We're going to talk about how Bret loves the new car smell in just a moment.
This afternoon and this evening. High temperatures today near 80. This evening, scattered showers. We drop down to 70 overnight. And then there's a slight chance of a shower tomorrow, but otherwise partly sunny, hot and humid with a high of 88. We should be near 90 on Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
Just got a weather alert on my phone.
Really?
Saying something about in the next 24 hours we could see some thunderstorms.
Wow.
And I know we're calling for that because there's what did we say, a 60% chance?
Is
that what she said just a second? Oh, 50% chance. That's what Carrie Peugeot was just talking about.
Isn't that just a safe way of saying it could rain?
Yes, that is exactly what that is. No, but you saw the Doppler radar. I mean, it looks like it's coming our way. That's a doozy.
But not till later today. I got to get some mowing in tonight.
You should probably do it right after the show.
No, I got to go work.
Just take the calls. Take the calls on your iPod or whatever.
I'm not big into remote working.
Really? You don't like remote working? Why not?
For me, no. I just don't like it.
Well, I mean, it's a road commission. You kind of have to be out on the roads.
No, well, I mean, technically, I have the option not to, but I don't think I've worked remote more than 1 hour all year, the entire time.
Wow. How many hours not remote have you worked?
2.
Just kidding.
Now the staff inside,
if
they work 50-50.
If you're ever curious what Bret and I are talking about when the microphones are not on the radio, you can always tune into our video live stream. It's on YouTube and Facebook. We broadcast every day from 7 to 8. I do anyway. Bret's only here Mondays and Fridays.
Yeah, I don't.
Which we enjoy. And Bret loves new car smell.
Ooh, I do.
Isn't that smell good?
I am. My son-in-law and daughter just got a new one.
Oh, what'd they get?
Ford F-150.
What kind of seats?
Leather.
Okay. I bet that smells really good.
Yeah, it's a big truck.
Oh.
Got the hybrid.
Oh.
I think.
Okay.
But yeah.
I really think the hybrid is how people are going to go.
I agree. We're going to get hopefully a new vehicle at the end of September. I'm planning on ordering a hybrid.
You going to get the Ford like X
Edge
program or whatever it is?
What's that?
You know, if you have an employee who works at Ford Motor Company, they can help you with a discount.
I do now. I get the
you didn't know about
discount.
That?
No,
oh.
I know about that. Yeah,
okay.
Trust me.
Okay. So you know about it. You can get the
and
X
I'm going to go to
plan.
Campbell Ford.
Yeah.
Because they're one of our big advertisers.
Well, there you go.
Check that out. I confirmed that with Johnny on Saturday.
Oh, good.
So heading down there and end of September.
I bet they give you a good deal.
I know they will.
And then Bret will be smelling the new car smell.
No, my wife will.
And apparently
that will not be my car.
Apparently, the new car smell is a blend of what's called volatile organic compounds, VOCs, that emanate from the materials used in the interior of the vehicle. We all know this. These materials include plastics, adhesives, fabrics, sealants, which apparently release gases as they settle, which is why the smell is only there for new cars. And then it eventually diminishes until it's eventually gone, and then it just smells like you. The process is known as off-gassing, and there's benzene, toluene, formaldehyde are some of the common smells that you get when you're smelling the new car smell. There are apparently 50 or 60 different VOCs in new cars. In recent years, researchers have scrutinized the potential health risks posed by prolonged exposure to the new car smell. Benzene, for instance, is a known carcinogen. Formaldehyde is also a known carcinogen, and it's associated with respiratory issues and skin irritation.
Well, as few new cars I buy in my lifetime, I will run that risk.
A 2023 study measured VOC concentration in a brand new SUV for 12 days found concentrations of formaldehyde exceeded safety standards by 35%. 5%. They also saw elevated levels of benzene. The studies, they ruin everything. They ruin everything because we like the new car smell, but it finds out you sit there and you smell it too long, you might be risking something.
What's the long-term effects of smoking weed that I keep seeing all over the place?
That's a great question, Brett. Tell us the answer.
I'm asking you. You're the one.
I'm a doctor now.
You are. Dr. Ken.
What's the long-term? What's your question again?
What are the long-term effects of smoking weed or cannabis, whatever fancy
I have
word?
no idea.
There's got to be some.
I'm sure. You know what concerns me a lot are the vapes. Have you ever?
I agree with you.
You've seen people vaping
all the time.
And what astonishes me is on one exhale, if they're walking outdoors in the middle of the sidewalk or whatever, they exhale, and it's this plume that's bigger than a storefront. I don't even know how that's possible. How does that even happen? Because I have to imagine the particulates in the air must be lighter than a normal human breath. Because if we're walking through that kind of breath from everybody, that's just weird.
So Amy was walking out of a local grocery store and saw this big guy who I think intimidated her.
Oh,
and
you're a big guy.
Yeah, and I can intimidate,
Okay.
not on purpose, just by my presence. And the guy was vaping.
Go ahead.
Well, it's true. I mean,
okay.
So like when I was stretching, I didn't stand up because when I stand up, I tower over people. They're scared enough to come in the office anyways.
All right.
And so this big guy was walking down there, and Amy's like, "Oh, whatever," and he's vaping.
Oh,
and then she walks by him, and he's vaping cotton candy.
Oh, like a cotton candy smelling thing. Okay.
Big guy, probably with tattoos. And
what's wrong with that? Nothing wrong with that. Maybe he just wants to remember the carnival. Good.
That'd be a tough job.
Good memorable memories. What, carnival?
Yeah, be a carny.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. Wouldn't want to do that.
That's a lot of hard work and a lot of hours.
Because you got to set up, you got to take down, you got to deal with people, you got to deal with kids all over the place.
And they usually always act pretty happy.
Who, the carnies?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that a derogatory term? Can we use that?
Carnies?
Yeah, is that okay?
I never thought it was a negative term.
All right, that's fine. But back on the vaping for a second, have you noticed, number one, is there a deposit or something? You know how we have a deposit for cans and bottles, right? 10 cents or whatever. Is there a deposit on vape things?
I don't think so.
The more I walk through parking lots, I'm seeing more and more of these little cartridges just laying on the ground.
Really?
You know how people throw cigarette butts and stuff like that. And, when they meet their maker, they're going to be made to pick up cigarette butts for half of eternity. But I'm seeing a lot more of the expired vape cartridges laying on the ground. And they're plastic, so they don't biodegrade.
Right.
So I just wonder, if there's not, there should be a 10% deposit on those things. I
agree.
And the money collected should be used to clean them up. I don't know. What do you think?
Sounds like a good starting point.
Okay, let's start there. The looking at government and investigations into things that have happened. Talk about this. This is an update we got over the weekend from ABC News. A local SWAT sniper noticed the suspected gunman at the former President Donald Trump's deadly campaign rally earlier this year was seen earlier than previously known. That's according to text messages obtained by ABC News. They say that Thomas Matthew Crooks, who was 20 years old at the time of the assassination attempt, was seen nearly 2 hours before the shooting began. And a sniper leaving the area where local SWAT team members assembled saw Crooks sitting to the direct right on a picnic table about 50 yards from the exit. The obtained text messages were shared among snipers in the American Glass Research Building area, which was being used as a staging area for local police who were inside the structure that the attempted assassin was on top of. The sniper who alerted the others that Crooks was lurking in the area noted Crooks was likely aware of the sniper's positions, writing, "Because you see me go out with my rifle and put it in my car, he knows you guys are up there." Less than an hour later, as ABC News previously reported, a member of the same sniper team identified Crooks as suspicious, and shortly after that, called it into local command, warning of the suspicious presence. This was their first public comments since the assassination attempt. The Beaver County SWAT team on the ground that day and their supervisors spoke exclusively with ABC News, and they said that it was the first time that key law enforcement personnel offered firsthand accounts of what occurred. Yeah, one of them apparently saw him with a rangefinder.
I saw that, like he came through checkpoint with that.
Or
was that he left
no,
it at
he
the
was
building?
not. He was not in the checkpoint.
Okay.
He was seen with something in his hand, and one of the snipers looked either with his binoculars or with his scope or whatever. He looked with an optic and saw. He said, "I thought that was maybe a monocular, but when I looked closely, he saw that it was a rangefinder." And that's part of the communication that was missed between local snipers, or the local team, and the Secret Service team. A lot more will come out on this as they continue to dissect, but I mean, the head of the Secret Service has already resigned. Kimberly Cheetah.
You called that one too.
Well,
what's your prediction for this week?
No predictions.
No
predictions. I mean, the writing was on the wall on that.
Yeah, no. Come on.
You saw that.
You called Biden's resonate or not running again.
It's just the news.
Come on. Yeah, but you called it.
You're funny.
You called it.
It's 7:26.
You called it.
I tell you what, we'll call the weather here in a few moments.
No. You're waffling right now.
It's the WSJM morning show. I'm Ken Lundberg here with Bret Witkowski, who wants me to be the great Karnak. That's good. We've got more coming up
from Johnny Carson's show.
From the Johnny Carson show in just a moment.
Loan rates are trending downward. Are you ready to make your move? Sturgis Bank's expert.
I will tell you, the Johnny Carson show, the great Karnak. That was his name, right? Karnak?
I think so. That was
Karnak the Great.
I love that. It was funny.
That was the best bit.
He put it up to us
because when my parents watched that show, I had absolutely no interest in a lot of the interviews that were happening. I wanted to see the funny stuff.
I agree.
And the great
he did have some good.
Karnak the Great was amazing. He was really good.
No, I agree with you. I thought that was a good show. I used to get to watch it when my brother would come home to visit.
Oh yeah. Good. All right. What else we got going on this weekend? I'm just looking at some of the cloudy skies out there. The Alzheimer's. A combined blood test for cognitive decline has a 90% accuracy rate in determining whether memory loss is due to Alzheimer's disease. So basically, a new study is finding that a blood test can determine with 90% accuracy whether or not you have Alzheimer's. Do you want to know? Would you want to know?
Yeah, I would want to know for my family's sake.
Yeah, and plan accordingly, that kind of thing.
Or have they checked it on the president?
That I don't know.
Trial.
I would imagine anything and everything. He gets the best medical care. As long as he accepts it, he gets the best medical care available, right?
The presidents do live a long time.
They do.
Jimmy Carter is 99.
He was. Yeah.
Still is.
Really?
He's still alive.
Yeah.
Reagan lived in the 90s. Ford.
Yeah. Wow.
Obama and Bush probably something else. Clinton's got to be mid to late 70s.
I'm looking it up right now. Yeah, Rosalind died in 2023.
Right. And President Carter has been on hospice for quite a while.
77. Bill Clinton is 77 years old.
Okay.
He's a young'un.
Yeah, I think Bush might be a year or two older. Obama's the youngest. He might be 64 or 5.
How old do you think Obama is?
64.
Wow. He's not happy with you. He's 62 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonder how it is when they go down to the Social Security office to start collecting. Occupation? President of the United States.
Yeah, I wonder what the Social Security is. Let's see. How much Social Security?
When you max out, I mean, it's whatever the income is.
What do you max out at?
Whatever the highest income taxable rate is, which I think is $150,000.
We've got to get to our news.
I mean,
here.
they want to solve Social Security problem. Just raise the limit on, so the multi-billion-dollar athletes pay Social Security on all their income.
Oh boy, are you advocating for higher Social Security?
I think why should a low-income person pay 100% of their salary, not someone at the top?
I'm just asking the question. Let's see here.
Give me my answer. That's my feeling.
Let's see. Do that. Did you vote yet?
I voted at least 3 weeks ago.
Really?
Yes.
Why would you not wait for more information?
Good point.
Wait till the very last moment.
Yeah, I can understand.
To get as much information as you can.
I can see that.
Let's see. Barack Obama in 2017 started collecting pension payments, $207,800 per year.
Okay.
Probably goes up from there. And he's got other investments.
Well, and plus, yeah, they have books. They have. What always amazes me is the
hold that thought. Hold that thought.
Points on Friday are about 1 2/3%. The S&P 500 and the Nasdaq each gained just over 1% in the session. Despite Friday's jump higher, investors have been moving out of big tech companies over the past couple of weeks. Tech faces another test this week with earnings ahead from companies that include Microsoft, Meta Platforms, Apple, and Amazon. Apple's artificial intelligence features will not be included with the initial rollout of upcoming iPhone and iPad software updates. Our tech writer Mark Gurman reports that the company plans to begin offering Apple Intelligence to customers as part of updates coming by October, and says this means it's possible the first iPhone 16 models for consumers won't include the new AI features and will need a software update a few weeks later. Gina Cervetti, Bloomberg Radio.
The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
7:32. And let's see, are we still looking all right out there? Yeah, 71 degrees in the area and high humidity, so be ready for that. We've got the forecast for today, partly sunny skies, 50% chance of showers and storms, high around 82 degrees today. Tonight, mostly cloudy and 60 degrees. What, you don't like? You're sad about that? There's a big sigh that came in over there.
I'm a little tired from last night.
Oh, sorry. We can go a little slower if you want.
Would you?
Tuesday's forecast, partly sunny skies, 30% chance of showers and storms. We have some agreement with you on the charity softball game that you avoided last Friday.
No, I did not avoid it.
I asked you about it, and you said no because you wanted to play a real game.
No, you did not ask me.
And Bill says, I'm with Bret, just play a real game.
I like play. We donated to the Gateway as much or if not more than the other games. All we asked was
it's not a competition.
We could play a normal regular game against the Moose Lodge. And we had a great time.
That's good. That's good.
Us and the Moose Lodge played every year for a long time.
That's outstanding.
Pat Moody was our pitcher.
That's good. How did he do?
He had his collar up.
Was he good? He always has his collar up. It's sun protection.
Actually, is that what it is?
Yeah, sun protection.
Pat was actually a very good pitcher.
Oh, good.
He was a very.
We should have had him out there. That would have been good.
He did a good job.
We've got more news coming up in just a moment. It's the WSJM Morning Show.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. Day 3 of the Olympics in Paris with reports of vandalism hitting multiple telecommunications lines across France. The park fire in Northern California exploding over the weekend. It's now bigger than the...
All right, make it quick.
One of the rules we had when we had it was
40 seconds.
No WSJM No Stars.
No Stars.
No Stars. And we played like 20 games in the regular season. Was you could not be a league team. And we ended up playing this league team, I think up in South Haven. And we found out like halfway through the game they were a league team. Pat
were ringers?
Well, they were better.
Oh man.
Pat just went off on
Did he really?
Oh,
started yelling at him?
He was mad. I mean,
Bret is talking about how competitive Pat Moody is.
He was.
I'm gonna have to bring Pat in here to talk about this.
He was.
All right, hang on. We've got more coming up in just a minute. $7:34. It's the WSJM Morning Show. I'm Ken Lundberg. It's muggy outside today. Be ready for that. 71 degrees in Benton Harbor and St. Joseph. Some of the news that we're covering today in the WSJM newsroom: the city of Hartford could soon abolish its police departments due to staffing challenges. The Hartford City Commission last week scheduled a meeting. It was supposed to happen today to discuss phasing out the department, but the meeting was canceled. City Manager Nicole Brown says the police department has had staffing issues for several years, and although the city has worked to increase pay and be more competitive in its hiring, it still struggles with turnover and leadership issues. We'll tell you more about that story coming up at 8 o'clock this morning. Again, the city of Hartford thinking about totally abolishing its police department and going with the Van Buren County Sheriff's Office to contract for police services. How counties should use artificial intelligence. There's a new report out from the National Association of Counties. Berrien County Commissioner Chokwe Pitchford was on that committee. He was on the ethics subcommittee. We'll hear some comments from him coming up at 8 o'clock about how he thinks counties should use AI, or at least be thinking about it. And in case you didn't know, early voting for the August 6th primaries is now underway in Berrien, Cass, and Van Buren counties. We'll tell you more about that too. It's 7:36. It's the WSJM Morning Show. We'll have sports coming up after this look at state news. Okay. You were saying, sorry, we had to get to news.
I don't even remember what I was talking about.
You were talking about how competitive Pat Moody is. He was yelling at the other team because they had ringers out on the field, and they were told specifically they couldn't have ringers.
Right. Well, that was the deal. He wasn't the only one upset. Everybody was pretty like, come on.
How did they find out?
I think they started talking to the other team. Not smack, just that, yeah, we do this in our league. And they're like, what do you mean you're a league team?
Oh, and they weren't supposed to be a league. Okay.
But no, Pat was a very good pitcher. He was our main pitcher. He did a good job.
He's very competitive.
Yeah, which is great. I like that about people.
Yeah, very competitive. Not passive at all.
He's in it to win it.
Yes.
Which is how it should be.
That's absolutely right.
And then, if you lose and you've done the best you can, it is what it is.
Yes, at least you got in there and tried.
Yep, that's how I coach too. It's just like, if you as players prepare to be your best, we as coaches do our best, and we lose, I can live with that.
Yeah, you have to, right?
But if we don't, then we have to strive to get better. And
you should always strive to be better, whether you're on top or not.
No, but when you lose, it's pretty obvious what you got to get better at sometimes.
Yeah, like pitching and batting, like
for
the Tigers.
Softball. Tigers just don't hit well.
Yeah, that's the thing right now.
And then the Cubs. How about the White Sox? How they're going to have? They are on pace to have the worst record in the history of baseball.
In the history of baseball,
right now they would be tied with the New York Mets.
Oh, yikes!
They have. They've had 2 14-game losing streaks.
Oh my gosh!
In one season.
They should play the Detroit Pistons
in bowling.
So you got the Chicago White Sox and the Detroit Pistons in bowling.
Yes.
Okay.
So
I could see that.
The White Sox, if they won the rest of their games of the season, which is probably 50 or 60, they would only finish 500.
Wow.
They've lost 81 games already.
That's amazing.
That's horrible.
All
right.
It's
a good time to buy tickets. $10 each over there.
I mean, if you go only to see the other team that they're playing, that the White Sox have to play, I think that's a good reason why. But I do wonder, what does the other team field? Do they basically field their farm team?
No.
Because they don't want any injuries or anything like that?
Win.
Well, they're going to win. You could put Little League out there.
I saw where the Dayton Dragons, which is in the same league as the South Bend Cubs, high single A, is drawing more people per game than the Oakland Athletics.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
How about that stat?
I think it's about, totally switching topics because sports ball. I'm looking up at one of the TV monitors that we have in here.
Focus.
In the studio. No, I'm seeing that Gretchen Whitmer, our governor, is on the CBS morning show. So she's in New York right now talking about potential running mates for the presidential race. They won't pick her. I don't think that they'll pick her.
No.
I don't think she thinks they'll pick her. I don't know that she would take it if they asked her. But
well, if she doesn't get it,
we're now what, a week after Harris was anointed?
She wasn't elected.
So now comes the time when other Democrats are starting to have their voices heard on, hey, wait a second, where's the process here?
Well, yeah, because Whitmer would have been part of that process.
She would have been part
Newsom would have been part of that
Yes.
process. Yeah. There was a rep out of Minnesota who was already part of the process.
Yeah.
She had gone through the primaries. And I'm sure there might have been a few others that, the senator from West Virginia.
I wonder how much was spent on the primaries. And at the end of the day, they all mattered for naught because
totally
the party picked, or the current sitting president basically picked who he would endorse to run the thing. Now they'll have a formal selection process, but I mean, it's already written.
It's a formality, right?
It's a formality.
Yeah, it's just you wonder the powers and the money picked who the person was going to be.
And a lot of people would say that's always how it is.
It is,
whichever party you are.
Correct, but if you're going to have the primary system, you're voting for one person. When you vote for president in a November election, you vote for a ticket.
Yeah.
When you vote in a primary, you do not vote for a ticket. You vote for that one person.
Yeah.
But the primary system is, even on both sides, has not been much of a system the last 10, 20 years. Probably the last one really was Obama and Clinton.
Yeah. Good race.
Yeah, because people thought Clinton was a presumptive.
Yeah.
And then
there's a big
Obama
upset.
came out of nowhere and won it.
Well, and that's how people were wondering, is that how this is going to go this time around?
Right.
Because when the president takes himself out of the race, then you've got somebody with a leg up because they've been vice president with the current sitting president, but you don't want to just assume. But they did that. Uh-oh. What are you getting? Stage notes there? What's going on?
No.
Okay. Got the vibrator on today. We've got some health news that we'll get to in just a moment. And we'll have to tune in to see what the governor says if she makes any news today on the CBS Morning
She's probably
Show.
promoting her book too.
And nothing wrong with that. She wrote a book. She put it out there. That's what all
promote it.
That's what all presidential candidates, governors do. Put out a book. But no, actually, that was one of the gifts that I got Stephanie, was Gretchen Whitmer's new book. I'm curious. I want to read it. I want to see what she has to say.
I was at a insurance conference and they brought in the former Senate majority leader from Michigan Senate, and I cannot remember his name. And he served when Governor Whitmer was in the Senate, and they were polar opposites on their views. He said, but they respected each other.
And you should.
And that's where I think as
long as you earn it,
that has just gotten lost. The respect for both sides.
Yeah. All right. We've got more of this coming up right here on the morning show. I want to do some health updates. And then are you a fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? I'm going to take that as a no. We'll be back with
Explain me who's in the Marvel.
We'll talk in just a moment. It's the WSJM Morning Show.
News tech trends.
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
Over the last week, expertly edited video compilations of Vice President Kamala Harris have gone viral on social media, often set to songs off of Charli XCX's new pop album, Bret.
Bret is, I think, resonating with a lot of young millennials and Gen Zs.
Jess Rauschberg is an assistant professor of communication technologies at Seton Hall University.
I think she will be leveraging these memes and these trends and these vibes as much as she can to secure the ticket.
And so far, that's exactly what the Harris campaign has done, even rebranding their social media accounts to suit the album's aesthetic. But Rauschberg says it's not without risk.
If they really, really lean into these moments, which can be really fleeting, and then that's over and it's cringe and it's not cool anymore, that could be a way that might push voters out.
With Tech Trends, I'm Mike Dubusky, ABC News.
Summer is heating up, just like the deals at Omaha Steaks. From perfectly aged steaks to juicy burgers, Omaha Steaks is your summer grilling headquarters. Shop the hotter than fire sale at omahasteaks.com for exclusive unconditional money-back guaranteed packages starting at $99. Plus, get an extra $10 off with promo code QUALITY at checkout. Visit omahasteaks.com, code QUALITY for an extra $10 off. Shop the hotter than fire sale today before these deals go up in smoke.
Omaha Steaks, America's original butcher.
Offer not valid in all states or where prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Honey, the credit card bill came, and we're maxed out.
Maxed out cards, rent is due. We just need some extra cash to help us get by.
Maybe we should go to 27cash.com.
With our bad credit,
27cash.com is one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with any type of credit get up to $5,000, and cash can hit our bank account as soon as tomorrow.
When you need extra cash, go to 27cash.com. That's 27cash.com. 27cash.com.
Partly sunny skies today. We'll see a few scattered showers and thunderstorms, especially this afternoon and this evening. High temperatures today near 80. This evening, scattered showers. We drop down to 70 overnight. And then there's a slight chance of a shower tomorrow, but otherwise partly sunny, hot and humid with a high of 88. We should be near 90 on Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Carrie Peugeot.
The Morning Show with Ken Lundberg on WSJM.
And if you ever miss the video live stream of the WSJM morning show that we put up on Facebook and YouTube, you miss a lot because we just kind of kibitz in the background and we talk about stuff that's happening. Sometimes you can see me run the board or push the wrong buttons or anything like that. But we were talking about comic books a second ago, at least comic book heroes. And we have confirmed now that you are a fan of the Marvel Universe.
I think they're really cool.
You like Iron Man, which
Iron Man's my favorite.
He's one of my favorites. And then
I like Thor.
You don't like Spider-Man, though.
No.
You don't really care for Spider-Man.
No.
I don't understand that because Spider-Man he's right up there for me with Iron Man.
Is he?
Yeah, he's great. He's Spider-Man.
You know what?
He fights for the little guy.
You know what? I respect your decision.
That's good. Thank you. But the reason I bring it up is because over the weekend, comic book fans were freaking out because Robert Downey Jr. is returning to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is kind of different than the comic book universe because they take different liberties with how storylines go.
Okay.
And timing and all that other stuff, which really concerns comic book fiends.
You know, there's a big comic book store in Hartford.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that the Bunny Rabbit one? What do they have? What are they called? I've been to it.
Oh, have you
Yeah,
really?
I have.
Yeah, right
It's
on
by the
Main
Raceway.
Street. Yeah.
No, I've been to it, and they have a ton of comics, and they actually also have action figures,
No kidding.
and old toys and stuff like that. But
Good for them.
yeah, it's neat. Robert Downey Jr. is returning to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, except surprisingly not as Iron Man. Because remember, he's been Iron Man for I don't know how many movies now.
At least a couple of decades.
But they've been fabulous. Instead, he's going to be a villain. Yeah, he made a surprise appearance over the weekend at the San Diego Comic-Con to talk about Avengers 5, which will be titled Avengers Doomsday, and he is going to play none other than Dr. Doom.
Nice.
So cool.
I like that.
It looked really cool. He said, he told fans, new mask, same task. What I tell you, I like playing complicated characters. So everyone is really excited about Robert Downey Jr. announcing he's returning to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and he's going to play Dr. Doom.
Good for him.
Health news, the latest shingles vaccine may also delay dementia. There may be new hope in the fight against dementia. According to new research, it found that the latest shingles vaccine appears to delay the onset of memory-impairing condition. In the study published by Nature Medicine, researchers found people who got the vaccine lived on average an additional 164 days without a dementia diagnosis compared to those who received the previous shingles vaccine. So, shingles vaccine. Who knew?
Sometimes it's through different things to solve different problems.
Yeah, because we see that with the diabetes drugs, right?
Yeah.
Ozempic and others. They're not just to control your blood sugar levels or and insulin and such. They are weight loss.
which then helps your diabetes.
Which can help your diabetes. But a lot of people without diabetes are taking the Ozempic. And
Oh, are they?
you haven't seen this? It's like causing a supply shortage.
No, I'm not.
Because everybody wants the miracle weight loss drug.
Yeah, which I've got diabetes. I got it from COVID. And, but I'm trying to do it the way to
Manage
lifestyle changes.
Yeah, that's good. How are you doing?
Good. I'm down 20. I really want to lose 40 more. My blood sugar is really good.
You're down 20. That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. I picked up 1 pound over the weekend, which
Well, you can
not
get rid of
bad.
that.
That's not bad.
Just drink some more water. You'll be
Yeah,
fine.
I at work I drink a lot of water. Weekends I'm a little weak. I drink milk.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
You still drink milk?
I love milk.
Oh, okay.
You don't?
I appreciate milk. Drink milk. I actually have grown accustomed to the taste of like the almond milk and the oat milk and stuff like that.
I get that.
Made my own almond milk. I like that. It's good stuff. The
Sounds like work to me.
it's a little bit of work,
Yeah.
but it's good, and you don't get like the guar gum and stuff like that in there.
Which I don't even know what that means, but okay.
I think it's just one of those stabilizers or sweetener type things, guar gum. The other thing from Health News, just to round it out, apparently a new report from Pew Research Center says more U.S. adults are choosing not to have children, and they say the reason is simple: they just don't want them. Which I guess if
I
you've never
read
had
that
a kid, you
somewhere.
really don't understand, right? The study saw a 10-point increase in adults under the age of 50 saying they will not have kids between 2018 and 2023. One takeaway from the survey: in the under 50 age group, women not wanting kids greatly outnumbered the men.
Hmm.
And that's kind of a key ingredient for the kids is you got to have, the women there.
Well, my feeling on that is if you don't want to be a parent, then don't be one.
Right.
I mean, you're not doing anybody a favor by having kids if you really don't want to be a parent.
Right. But at least do your research. There's a lot of magic involved there. It's good stuff. It's very rewarding.
I love being a father. I mean,
Yeah, me too.
you and I were talking about it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously I still am, but the roles have changed dramatically.
Right.
And I get that. It's all part of life. But I just have a hard time adjusting to it.
You'll get there.
Yeah, I will. I will.
You'll
It's
get
just
there.
I struggle with it because I enjoyed being around my daughters.
Just
you know?
enjoy their happiness.
I'm ecstatic for them.
That's what you can do.
I am happy. I'm glad that they're doing well. They got great spouses.
What happened? Somebody beat you in the 40-yard dash this weekend?
Did
you guys have a race? Oh, and putt-putt golf.
I get this sciatic nerve that pops up. And
Oh,
when
that's what it is.
When I get it, man, I got to see a chiropractor today.
Oh, okay. All right.
When it hurts, like I played ball on Friday.
More on Brett's sciatic nerve in just a moment. It's the WSJM Morning Show.
It's important to give back because there's so many things that happen in everyday life that is just out of our control. We decided to have a full page just dedicated to the charity of the month.
All right, we'll do the Moody on the market update. I'm sorry I cut you off.
I'm used to it.
You want me to get a sciatic nerve? Oh, you want me to get a chiropractor?
I got one coming.
My dad used to go to a chiropractor all the time.
I got one coming today. They do work.
They do. Yeah. And, the one he went to was apparently good because they were always busy. Always. There's a wait all the time.
Yeah. We have it set up where they come into our office.
Wow.
And
they bring a table or something?
Yes.
Okay.
So I was
Must be a really sturdy table.
Oh, yeah. But it helps our guys and ladies. We have 2 ladies that work out in the field, and we do not. It cuts down on missed days from work.
Yeah, that's a good perk.
And so we pay $10 and a person, and then they, build the insurance and stuff.
Ouch. All right, we'll be back.
What do you mean, ouch?
Well, because they're popping stuff back into place.
I've gotten used to it, but it doesn't bother me.
All right.
It actually brings relief.
More coming up on Brett's sciatic nerve and his chiropractor ventures in a moment on the WSJM Morning Show.
And inspire results. So whether you're a fitness enthusiast or you're just starting out, their classes cater to all levels. Embrace the energy of group workouts and watch your fitness goals become a reality. If you want to learn more about how you can be part of these group fitness classes, and also get exclusive offer of no dues until September. Visit and stop by their offices and meet Membership Service Director Chris. He's a great guy. He'll tell you all about it. And you can also see all the other wonderful things that they have to offer at Renaissance Athletic Club, 501 Graham Avenue in Benton Harbor. And you can check out their website as well, racbh.com.
The Morning Show with Ken and Friends on 94.9 WSJM.
All right, 5 minutes before 8 o'clock, we got to get to ABC News. First, we've got to give you the Moody on the Market update. It's brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today, your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. And have you ever wanted to be murdered or play a murderer? Yes, no, maybe?
No, not at all.
Not even in a stage play?
No.
Twin City Players is preparing for a murder production. It's actually an Agatha Christie thing, and they're holding auditions. Twin City Players, the volunteer-based nonprofit theater organization, has scheduled auditions for the second production of its 92nd main stage season, the classic mystery, The Mousetrap.
92nd season?
92nd
wow,
main stage season.
That's impressive.
You know how many that is? That's 92.
92nd.
That's 92. The Mousetrap.
Right there on Glenlord Road.
Agatha Christie. You ever seen a show out there?
Actually, yes.
It's good.
My Amy and my mother-in-law, they go routinely.
Auditions are scheduled for Sunday, August 18th and Monday, August 19th, both at 6:30 p.m. in the studio at Twin City Players at 600 West Glenlord Road in St. Joe. The Twin City Players pitch reads, as news spreads of a murder in London, a group of 7 strangers find themselves snowed in at a remote countryside guest house. When a police sergeant arrives, the guests discover, to their horror, that a killer is in their midst.
Man.
Yeah, and the hijinks follow from there.
That was the original St. Joe School bus station.
Was it really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They put it way out there.
Well, it's still not far from there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So Agatha Christie's The Mousetrap is going to be the production. It's the world's longest running play, and they're going to have a production of it at Twin City Players. So the list of cast and characters needed and additional information to prepare for the auditions available on the Twin City Players website. We have the link there at our article at moodyonthemarket.com. The show dates start in October 18th through November 3rd, and the tickets actually go on sale. If you want to just go and watch it, they go on sale on August 1st. Your Moody on the Market update is brought to you by Insurance Management Service. Call IMS today. They are your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and in Niles. More in a minute.
Rich Brand and Tara Halsey from Insurance Management Service, your local auto owners insurance agency in St. Joseph and Niles, know it means something to have peace of mind knowing your insurance is taken care of.
Some people try to do the analytical game of, which plan makes more sense dollar-wise over a period of time, over a lot of years. Does it make more sense to take this deductible or that deductible or have this coverage or have that coverage? And at the end of the day, it really comes down to what helps you sleep at night.
Taking the time and just explaining to people what.
Let's see. Yeah, we're done here for Monday. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow, I believe I have Paul Mao coming in from the Ghostlight Theater because they have some more productions coming up. So it's a theater week. And then we'll see you again on Friday.
Maybe.
All right. So thanks for joining us. It's the WSJM Morning Show. Hope you have a great day.